Residual sparks crackle around Blaze's fingers as the knight looks at its missing shoulder and left side of its chest. Blaze stares at the featureless obsidian insides of the knight in confusion. It looks back at him unfazed, as a glow emanates from the damaged edges and the missing areas slowly regenerate. Suddenly there's a blinding blue light, and Blaze is hit with the disorienting full-body feel of time stopping in the area. Looking around, he sighs in relief as he recognizes the time and teleportation magic. As the purple and gold sphere forms around him, he sits. Finally, I hope Ruby can explain what's going on here. He thinks as his daughter's magic whisks him away and the time spell wears off. The Obsidian Knight looks around in annoyance, noticing the spell unable to hinder the escape. A few minutes later, Blaze stares at his daughter Ruby as he sits back heavily on a chair deep in a forgotten mine. Ruby sits across from him at the table. I know it's strange, but Mum isn't coming back. She is just a normal person in another universe and wishes to only know that universe. You've been through worse, she tells him. He looks at her. Yeah, well, it's not like before in other incarnations. This is from God, he says, holding up a glowing pure white envelope. He pulls out a golden paper that glows softly, its light filling the room with an atmosphere of love and patience. Its contents. You are to find what's truly important and not idolize. Blaze places the paper back inside its envelope and lays it on the table where it floats without touching. I can't believe you've been through so much and cause of something I'm being tested on. You're an amazing person, Ruby, Blaze says, feeling lost. Ruby smiles back at him, her eyes shining with pride. Thanks, Dad, I'm just doing what I can to keep you safe and protect the ones I love. Things will be okay in the end, she says optimistically. 1,500 miles away in the throne room within the castle, surrounded by redemption in ruins, a sleek obsidian dragon stares in the direction a burst of subtle yet infuriating divine energy came from. Seems to be about in the deserts. If it's him, then I'll handle it myself, it says, raising a large bear-sized head as its long black obsidian neck bursts through the overhead walkway. It stretches its long figure and then bursts through what remains of the castle's ceiling. As the dragon emerges, it unleashes a deafening roar that shakes the very mountain foundation of the castle. The knights that were still standing scramble to their feet, weapons drawn and shields raised. The dragon's scales shimmer with a faint deep blue light as it lands gracefully on the floor, its massive wings folding behind it with a beautiful crinkle of its somehow flexible skin. He looks at his obsidian knights. Remain standing guard here at the castle while I handle our former king, he says.